US, Turkey, EU, and Arab nations have signed a statement for a new Syrian government, aiming for a peaceful transition to elections and a new constitution. This report has more details.
Top diplomats from the United States, Turkey, and the European Union and Arab nations have agreed that a new government in Syria should respect minority rights. The agreement follows talks in Jordan and direct contacts with opposition factions who ousted the President Bashar al-Assad. The group has agreed on a joint communique that calls for an inclusive and representative government that respects the rights of minorities and does not offer a base for terrorist groups. The U.S. has shared in principles with actors in Syria, including urging Hayat Tahrir al-Sham (HTS) to assist with locating U.S. journalist Austin Tice, who was detained in Syria in 2012. The Arab diplomats earlier met separately and issued a statement calling for a peaceful and inclusive political transition leading towards elections and a new constitution. Arab diplomats were seeking assurances from Turkey that it supported this and preventing the partition of Syria on sectarian lines. Turkey and the United States, both NATO members, have conflicting interests when it comes to some of the oppositions. Turkish-backed fighters in northern Syria have clashed with the Kurdish-led Syrian Democratic Forces SDF, which controls some of Syria's largest oil fields and is the main ally in a U.S. coalition against ISIS militants.
America and our partners have an important stake in helping the Syrian people chart this new path. We know that what happens inside of Syria can have powerful consequences well beyond its borders, from mass displacement to terrorism. And we know that we can't underestimate the challenges of this moment and in the weeks and months ahead. The Syrian population has been traumatized by decades of repression. Throughout its rule, the Assad regime stoked tensions among ethnic and religious lines to divide the Syrian people. After more than a decade of conflict and many decades of corruption, humanitarian needs of the people are massive. ISIS and other terrorist groups still maintain presence in Syria and want to use this period of uncertainty to try to regain a foothold. No one understands these challenges better than the Syrian people themselves. And Syrians know that they're going to need support from their neighbors and from the international community to meet these challenges.
In addition, Blinken told Turkish officials that ISIS must not be able to regroup and the SDF must not be distracted from its role of securing camps holding ISIS fighters.